Get ready for your daily dose of marketing strategies and tactics from entrepreneurs with the guile and experience to help you find success in any marketing capacity. You're listening to Marketing School with your instructors, Neil Patel and Eric Su.
Welcome to another episode of Marketing School. I'm Eric Su.
And I'm Neil Patel.
And today we're going to talk about how to grow your business with YouTube in 2017. So, refresher, YouTube is number 2 search engine in the world. It's owned by Google and it's getting bigger and bigger because we know video. Neil's doing more video. I'm doing more video as well. It just makes sense because video is easier to consume and the barrier to entry is getting lower and lower. So what I would recommend with YouTube first and foremost is, go live. If you're going live on Facebook, try doing the same thing to YouTube as well. And what you can do is, if you want to simulcast at the same time, which is basically going live, both on YouTube and Facebook, and you can also go to other channels too, use a tool called Wirecast. So that's owned by a company called Telestream. They also do ScreenFlow if you guys are Mac users. So really love ScreenFlow. So do that, stay consistent with it, and then you can start to build your audience that way. And then from there, you're able to, build these retargeting lists off YouTube, and then also you can build these off of Facebook as well. But anyway, we're focusing on YouTube here. I've seen, start to see good returns because we're staying consistent with it. So first recommendation is going live using a simulcasting tool like Wirecast.
The next tip that I would actually give you is create educational videos. On YouTube, if you just create promotional videos, they're not going to do as well. So the big thing that you could end up doing is just creating a ton of educational videos and tutorials. One thing that I'm doing is I'm going to a studio, I'm recording me talking just like I would talk, let's say, at a conference giving a presentation, and the camera's going back and forth between me and the slides. And it'll just be, let's say, 30 minutes of educational information that I pop up on sites like YouTube. And by doing that, you end up building a much lower following. From there, you can end up converting people into customers. And you can do this even for corporate brands. For example, Google has people within the company giving explainer videos or tutorial videos on, let's say, how to rank internationally, right? Because a lot of people who have websites on Google just aren't in English, they're in multiple languages. So they have all these tutorial videos. It doesn't have to be a person as the brand. It could be a corporate brand, and you can have many different people presenting information. Another example of a company who does this is Moz. They have Whiteboard Friday, and it's different people. It's not always Rand Fishkin who's giving the Whiteboard Fridays. So by uploading these kind of videos into YouTube, you'll build a much more loyal following over time. And then from there, you can convert people into customers by linking from your YouTube videos back to your website.
And don't be afraid to repurpose the content that you have already. So let's say Neil does a webinar for about an hour or so, or let's say he does like a conference talk, he's speaking. You can chop a lot of his segments up. Let's say he talks about 5 key points. Chop those segments up into 5 separate videos on each key point, and then have a good title, have good tags, have a nice thumbnail as well, and then boom, you have 5 new pieces of content. So with a lot of stuff that we create, oftentimes when I look at a lot of the interviews I've done for Growth Everywhere, for example, where I'm talking with people for 30 minutes to an hour, there's multiple takeaways that I can take out. So a good example of this is Ryan Moran from Freedom Fastlane. If you look at his channel, he does like 20 to 30 minutes a week of him just basically talking to the camera. But then he has his team cut those up into 5 or 6 different segments, and he can basically add more traffic because he's doing that. So repurposing is a good way to go about it to take your content even further. And then from there, I would also recommend, if you're doing ads, retargeting too. You've heard us talk a little bit about Facebook and building these funnels based on how people are behaving on your website. So maybe you're only retargeting people that have reached a product page, and then you're sending them another video related to that product. Or you're sending them people that have visited your services page, for example, for more than 5 minutes. You're sending them a custom, tailored video that's giving them an offer, for example. So a lot of different ways to go about that as well. But, the fact that you're able to build these audiences for free, you should start to build them, ahead of time, just so you can see, how it's going. And also make sure you want to connect your YouTube with your AdWords account, and also with your analytics account as well. I think you can hook it in with your analytics account.
Yeah, and as Eric mentioned with retargeting, extremely effective. So I remember years ago, Eric set up remarketing ads for one of my business, Crazy Egg. And before that, he was doing it for a company called Treehouse. And since then, we've took it over internally and been doing more and more on YouTube ads. It's been extremely effective, not just in 2015, 16, 17, but it's just pretty much been working forever. Reason being is no one wants to create ads for their business. If you create an ad for your business and run it as a pre-roll ad, right? You see those skip buttons on YouTube before you watch any other video. If you start running those, it's extremely profitable, assuming the video you create answers all objections that people may have. So typically when someone doesn't buy your product or service, they don't buy it because they have some sort of issue. The issue could be they don't know if there's a free trial, or if they think there's a feature that you may not have, or they feel that it's hard to use, or whatever it may be. Survey people, find out what all their objections are. Create a pre-roll video that you can put in front of other YouTube videos, and it just explains what your company is and the features it has, why people should sign up for it, show examples of other people using your product or service. And then you can even answer objections throughout the video, and that will drive a ton of signups. What we found out is a customer who signs up, they pay at least for 1 year, a few $100. And from YouTube, we can easily acquire customers under $50 or $60.
All right. And the other thing is using a tool like TubeBuddy. So TubeBuddy.com. And I'm going to give you another one. So you have TubeBuddy, and then there's another one called vidIQ. So VIDIQ. These will allow you to look at your competitors, look at other videos, look at what tags that they're ranking for. You can look at top videos to see how they go about tagging, because there is a strategy around that. Tagging is going to help you rank for other keywords that people are searching, and then also you can look at how the growth rates for certain channels. You can compare your channel versus other channels, and then they'll also give you suggested tags as well to help you make thumbnails too. So TubeBuddy, I think if someone from my team went to AppSumo, bought it, I think we paid for like a lifetime membership for like, I don't know, $15 or $20 or something. So I'm not sure if it's still there. You can go to appsumo.com. Then vidIQ is another nice little kind of video intelligence tool too. And then I would also say one more thing is, if you want to grow your business using YouTube, you can also collaborate with other people too, other people that have similar channels. Go on, you can do a guest kind of, a guest video with people, you can consider it like a guest webinar or like a guest educational series, and then you guys can cross promote each other. And if their channel is big, you have a decent sized channel, you guys are kind of able to cross pollinate there.
Yeah, and when you're leveraging YouTube, leverage your other platforms to promote it. So I would promote YouTube through email lists. I would ask other bloggers to embed some of my YouTube videos on their sites if they're talking about similar things, like just sending them a cold email. I also do guest posts, and when I do guest posts, I'll embed any YouTube videos that I create that I feel that are relevant. Doing all these things, in essence, by cross-promoting, it brings more eyeballs to your YouTube channel, which then in turn gives you more subscribers, which then helps you generate more revenue as well.
All right, I think that's enough tips on YouTube. We can go on and on. That's it for today's episode. We'll see you tomorrow.
This session of Marketing School has come to a close. Be sure to subscribe for more daily marketing strategies and tactics to help you find the success you've always dreamed of. And don't forget to rate and review so we can continue to bring you the best daily content possible. We'll see you in class tomorrow, right here on Marketing School.